I mean, it's funny, listening to those results there and just sort of processing those in my mind compared to the lot of feedback that I'm getting from clients that I'm working with and research that I'm hearing there's three core challenges that I'm hearing coming out of teams at the moment. One is around staying motivated. Two is around managing physical and mental health. And the third thing is around spending too much time working. So those are the themes that I'm hearing coming out right now. And I guess, if I take those, what are the things that I'm suggesting for clients that I'm working with around how do they do this? How do they handle this? And I think that, everybody in your teams can see what's happening in the world. Nobody's stupid, right? Everyone knows that we're massively disrupted. So the firms that I see that are really getting on the front foot with this are the ones who are saying, look, the world has changed. This isn't just a question of recalibrating what we do. This is like setting new, I was talking about big, bold goals, the new direction of where we need to go. What's the exciting thing that needs to galvanize our team to get us going off in that direction together? Where are the opportunities being created? For me personally, I love times of change. I don't know if it's politically correct to say that, but it always creates opportunities because markets are disrupted and it creates new ways to think about things. So again, the teams that I'm seeing that are most engaged, it's the ones where the leaders, the teams are getting together and saying, okay, what is the direction that we are going to go in? And what's that saying? It's like, you've got to know where your pole star is. Otherwise, you're going to get distracted by the lights of all the passing ships. And it's very easy to do that in a moment. If you've got a confused team, especially a confused virtual team, that's a really hard team to lead. So I think that singularity of message of where we're going, and I always favor big, bold goals. I go back to 2009 when my business was disrupted then, and we had a complete reset in terms of how we thought about things and came up with a new vision for the business, new story for the business, and that was what we engaged the team with. So that's one part of it. The other part is very much reflecting on everybody working from home and the virtualness of how we're working. And I'm going to draw one of the key themes from my recent book, Be More Human, which is, a core thing that we have to be more human in this time. And the thought that I'm drawn to right now is that one of the things that teams are struggling with is feedback. And if you want to have stressed employees, it's very easy. Don't give them any feedback. And it's quite hard in this time to give people detailed feedback, or is those 2 or 3 minute conversations that we used to have around the coffee machine. And now it's either a 15-minute Zoom or a 30-minute Zoom or something like that. So there's a component of that feedback that's being missed. So for me, it's the micro conversations. It's those small touch points. It's the human touch points. So the teams that I see that are doing particularly well at the moment are the ones who are finding ways to engender those small touch points, those communications, picking up the phone, right? And it doesn't have to be Zoom because we're all getting zoomed out. I think one of the stats, I saw some research yesterday, 55% of people's days now are spent on Zoom. We've had enough of that, right? So it's those little micro touch points, whether it's text, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's a phone call. So it's just finding ways to stay connected. So I guess those are my two thoughts right now is, this is the time to look for opportunities, to look for the big, bold goals out there, and at the same time to be more human and remember that, you've got to take care of those people because they're the people who are going to get you there. So